The infinitely perfect and eternal God, who is himself a communion of three persons, created man in his image out of sheer goodness and love, in order that man might also participate in this divine communion of mutual self-giving. God created man with free will, giving him the capacity to choose between living in this communion or rejecting it. Man rejected communion, setting himself at enmity with God. God allowed this free choice and the privations of his goodness that necessarily followed, but never ceased inviting man to communion. Throughout history, God continued to reveal himself more and more to man, and lovingly explained his call. When the time was right, God became man and lived among us. Jesus, fully God and fully man, spoke to us in person, further explaining God's call and showering us with gifts of love by and through his life. He not only endured man's ultimate rejection, but through his total gift of self to man during that rejection, he showed that his love for us knows no bounds. He reached out in love on man's behalf to make the step of reconciliation that man was unable and unwilling to make. Through this act, man was irrevocably reconciled with God, and every member of mankind is invited to individually participate in this path of reconciliation and healing that was opened for us. To aid us in our growth toward communion with God and each other, God places his Spirit within us to guide us. He gives us sacraments as visible signs of the invisible realities of his love for us, our familial relationship with him, his Spirit within us, his total gift of self to us, our continual call to reconciliation with him, our participation in his creation and communion, our sharing in his mission of the call and redemption of man, and the care he has for our body and soul. He gives us the Church as a guardian and reminder of all that he has done for us, and as a sign of our growing communion in his name. His love for us will never cease. He invites all mankind to approach him and be swept up in his love.